The two cars that have been the largest financial mistakes of my life. This Plaid right now just got appraised for This has effectively been my office for the past 8 hours. How you doing, buddy? I hurt my back over the weekend, and this dude just keeps stealing my heating pad every chance he gets. Anybody want to go to Home Depot with me? I gotta get a tool, but we have things to talk about. Not you, but like you, us, me. Cool thing about the Tesla, I have this wallet. You can't tell, but you got a little Tesla key in there. I do not need it though. My phone is the key, but it just makes it so much better. Let's unlock it. The reason why the door isn't locked already is because my phone is near it, so it just unlocks. Conveniences. That's the thing that people don't understand about these cars. Is you have so many conveniences that are just at your fingertips that I don't have in my other cars. We're on our way to Home Depot right now, but I've got some things to discuss with y'all. I was able to take the day off just because of the fact that I fucked my back up. Why not film a video today? A common question that I always seem to get is, why would you not just take a bus? And well, if you really think about it, I totally understand what you're getting at, but I don't use FSD the entire time. I'm just using FSD when I feel like not driving. Car's so fun to drive. I like driving it myself. Majority of the time anyway. It's just the times that it sucks that we don't want to do it. Those are the times when we're really digging into FSD. One of the main problems I've been facing with this car, which isn't necessarily a huge problem, but it's just something I feel the need to go over with y'all. The depreciation. The fact that this vehicle has, well, you probably saw the price in the beginning of the video, and I digress. We'll dig into that. You know you bought the right car when you always end up taking a scenic route to get somewhere, because it's just so fun to drive it on certain roads. Y'all always ask why I have chess up on the screen most of the time. Well, if I didn't, you could see exactly where I am. And as much as I really, really, really love everyone that watches these videos, even the people that talk shit, I just don't want you to come to my house. Doesn't want me to run into the back of this guy. It's mesmerizing every single time, isn't it? The general rule of thumb when I go to buy my cars, I try to avoid depreciation like the plague. Almost every vehicle I've owned, I've been able to get in at a good price. And once I'm in at that price, that's sort of where the money is made. The money isn't made when you sell the car. I strongly believe the money is made strategically when you buy the car, because that determines how much you're in it for. That determines your overall costs. Less the fact of when you have crazy catastrophic maintenance problems or something, say a motor blows up or whatever. But the Model S Plaid has been my most, other than my Taycan Turbo S, but I'll make a video on that. But I sold that in about 3 weeks. I think I have like 3 photos that I've posted of the car. I have more photos myself, unless I deleted them on this phone, or if they're even on this phone. But I hated that thing. The Plaid, you've just got so much simplicity. You've got a nice dash, you've got a really nice screen, and when you get rid of this, it follows like the HUD on a video game almost. If it's in the bottom left corner, you know, a little map you got. This screen is incredible. It just feels so robust. I'm not really experiencing any of the quality control issues that people see or people complain about on the internet. The squeaky wheel gets the most attention, and that's what you're seeing on the internet, is where people are really, really, really upset, and they should be. Not my case. So hopefully that gives people some confidence in the future. Tesla was thinking at 1,000 IQ, boys, when they did this. Carbon fiber decked out all over the vehicle, 1,000 horsepower on tap whenever you want it. And the motors that spin at 24,000 RPMs, I don't really care what anybody says. Sounds crazy when you're in the driver's seat, when you launch the car. There's actual audible noise to it, and if not, look, I'm not gonna argue with anyone about the lack of exhaust. It's kind of like when I get in the car, the expectations are already set, so I don't really have any negative thoughts. As much as I love some beautiful sounding cars, I don't hate gasoline cars because I just daily a Plaid. You don't know what else I have. You don't know what else I drive unless you dig into the channel and look at everything. even that, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that just, I don't have the time to film. Here we are, the Holy Grail, the Home Depot. Big old backup camera, look at that thing. I don't think there's a better one on the market. We need to find a trim square. I have a speed square. Oh, must resist. Got her, boys.
Please remove your card. Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
Oh, we got caught with our lift up. We got snagged. This is all I needed. A little speed square. It's a mini speed square. I don't love the color of this, but who cares? Let's get out of here and we can finish up what we need to discuss. Strictly business. Another thing I love about the Plaid, running errands or running inside, you can go into the press keep and it's just gonna keep everything on for you. So when you get back in the car, it's not hot. You don't have to precondition anything. It stays conditioned. We have effectively entered hyperspace. And as you can see, we're on Mars. We're not in the country of the United States or even Europe. We're on another planet. We're not on Earth. This every single time I get in this car and launch it, it still feels fun. Anybody who's been wondering if the Plaid ever gets old, well, it's so quiet, yeah, from the outside, not getting tired of it at all. It's been almost 3 years with the car. It's definitely been 2.5 solid years. We'll be back home in a second. Car turns into a rover or whatever those things are called. Whatever that thing is called, if there's not multiple on Mars. I would know because I'm on Mars right now. Also, the interior, like, I just love the white and the carbon. Everything's so sleek and simple. There's no buttons that look old. Everything just looks fresh and brand new. Like, if you were to tell me this was a 2024, from what I'm looking at right now, I would 100% believe you that this was a fresh design that just came out. I love the yoke. The yoke is absolutely incredible. You have a Lamborghini with the doors that go up. This is just for you. It's an introverted vehicle it's just extremely intense in every possible way, for all intents and purposes that it could be. The Model S Plaid is a for you car. Hit some traffic, so we're gonna pop it into FSD and it's just gonna take us home. And just like that, we're cruising. This is exactly the scenarios we're talking about, boys. The Plaid is done shredding on Mars. We're in traffic, bumper to bumper. Boom. Sit back and chill. Everything's just doing it for you. I didn't expect to get rain, and just like that, we can go from ripping down the highway, FSD through traffic, and then just chilling, cruising on back roads. These are the reasons that really just make you adore the car. Depends on your input and what you want to do. Here we are. Back into the lair. Yes. This is for a project that I cannot disclose to any of you yet. Toss her in there. Boom. Outdoor parking is a must. I was gonna sit outside, but it's raining now. The Plaid has been the most depreciated vehicle I've ever owned. It kind of is what it is. I don't plan on selling it anytime soon, but eventually I'm sure its time will come. I'm not trading it for a Roadster 2 whenever that comes out. I'd actually love to start building a collection of just like the special Teslas, the performance cars. Somewhere between 90 to 120,000 Model S's built a year, and the Plaid's been out for what, 3 years now? So we're probably looking at like 100,000 of these were made. Corvette level of rarity. What I mean by that is the owners are going to make up how rare the car is, and you can't believe any of them. It's all bullshit. Cars aren't rare, but they're fun, and that's not why you buy it. This isn't an investment. The second I buy a vehicle, I expect nothing back financially from the car. If I am able to get out of it and make some money, that's a pretty good thing. It's a pretty awesome additional bonus that a vehicle can kind of pay for itself. So pertaining to the title of the video, we're just gonna go off two numbers right now. I bought this car for $149,000, no sales tax, no tax credits, nothing. It was too expensive for any credits. The first two Plaids I had, and we can kind of consider that, accidentally I made $30,000. 10 off one and 20 off the other. It's roughly that, like 29,000. I'm not gonna deduct that, but I am gonna consider that mentally. It's like a side thing. Some were selling for about 180, kind of like how Cybertrucks are right now. But this Plaid right now just got appraised for a Tesla trade-in, which is gonna be probably 10% lower than what I actually could sell it for $52,000. That is a killer deal, and I highly recommend any of you looking to get one, jump on it. I don't think they're gonna go much lower than this, and depending on what we have fiscally or just politically throughout the world, I think we're gonna experience some more interesting things to come. So if you have the opportunity, I would highly recommend it. I expect you to anticipate depreciation with an electric vehicle. Maybe we'll go into something on my Porsche Taycan Turbo S too. I don't like to film or talk about vehicles I don't currently have though, but oh my God, the range of stuff. This car is the most incredible thing. We got to get that fixed. It's like 1,200 bucks for a new bumper. I'll go into running costs in the next video. Let's get this in a nicer spot now that the rain stopped. So that would mean I'm at a net loss of roughly about $90,000 on this car if I were to sell it right now. Now you could roll that over. How do you get out of that? Say if you're in a situation like this, you could roll it over into another car as negative equity. You could pay it off. I'm probably going to title this video something like the absurd financial consequences of my Model S Plaid. And it is kind of absurd, but I'm just gonna have to find out to see if I really feel this way in 10 years, right? I would say the best way to gauge is this worth it or not is right now at this very moment, if the car disappeared and I had to just not recoup any of that money back, like say if it got totaled or something and we didn't have an agreed upon value with my insurance company, how would I feel? And to be honest, right now at this very moment, I don't think this car owes me anything. The Taycan S is a totally different problem, but that didn't depreciate much, but I lost about 20 grand on that. So the two cars that have been the largest financial mistakes of my life, the F430, the 360, the Gallardo that we had, those were not problems. those were assets. Supercars are assets. Surprising world we're in. I guess I turned 18 and 21 and got involved with working and the professional side of my life at an upscale in depreciating things. And then COVID was the grand finale of that for now. Stuff might get crazier, stuff might get worse. Who knows? But the Plaid, #1 greatest liability I've had, but it's just so damn good. It's just so damn good. The Taycan Turbo S was a $30,000 loss. Other than that, the 987, except that car blew up. So I think I got out pretty good because that should have been a much worse scenario, is what it is. Sometimes I really love where I live. Most of the time I really love where I live. It's like I'm in a jungle, especially in the depth of August. Everything's so green. This has been the worst, greatest asset I've ever owned, the Model S Plaid. Why do I say that? Because it's just been, seriously, like this sounds so derogatory to someone who's like a car enthusiast, but this has been the funnest vehicle I've ever owned in my life collectively. Just the experiences I've had with it. It's been such a convenient daily. I've been able to go places, even when I've had the other cars or when I take other cars out, I always end up missing this car. I always end up wishing I was back in it. And you see a lot of the opposite opinions on the internet, and they're car YouTubers, and it's very odd, very peculiar that you don't see a lot more of them like it. And I just think they're using the car wrong. I don't think this should be treated like a gas car. I have my gas cars. Like I said, I love my gas cars. Getting hot out here. I think it's time to end this video. Let me know if you want some more stuff or other questions you want answered. I think we got to go into insurance costs. The car's paid off now, but when I was financing it, what did that cost? What was the rate? All that stuff. You can do the simple math, but I think you guys want the paperwork, the documents in front of you. So that said, I'm gonna leave you off here. Do one thing for me. Don't die. That's all I ask. Have a good one. Hope this helped.